Sometimes, when we talk the most, that's when we feel the loneliest. Those people who make everyone laugh and explain things with a smile often end up forgetting to understand their own pain. People with Gemini Ascendant are naturally curious, adaptable, and full of mental energy. Their mind works quickly. They connect with others easily. But has anyone ever wondered, despite having so much energy, why do they carry so much turmoil inside? But this struggle also begins within them first. Their first house, along with the 6th, 8th, and 12th houses, reveals which pains might trouble them deep inside. From Gemini Ascendant, the 6th house comes next. Scorpio sign, the energy of Scorpio. This is the house that represents daily life struggles, health, conflicts, enemies, and debts. For Gemini Ascendant, the energy of Scorpio comes here, which brings intensity, secrets, power, and deep fears. So what happens? People with Gemini Ascendant might seem lighthearted on the outside, but deep down, they have a strong fear of hidden enemies, betrayal, or sudden health issues. They constantly feel stressed about debt or conflict. This fear eats away at their mental peace. They feel as if there's an ongoing power struggle. It seems like someone is trying to control them. This insecurity can create a constant anxiety within them. For Gemini Ascendants, this house is the house of deep transformation, secrets, and sudden changes. This house also represents joint resources, which indicates fear of death or loss. Here, Capricorn falls in this house. When Capricorn's energy comes in, it brings structure, responsibility, fear, limitations, and long-term karma. So what happens when Capricorn is in the 8th house? Gemini ascendants are afraid of changes, especially sudden changes. They also get anxious about instability, especially when it comes to financial or emotional security. The burden of responsibilities can feel very heavy to them, especially those responsibilities that are connected to others, like joint finances or inheritance. They may also run away from deep emotional vulnerability, because that's where they feel a lack of control. There might be a hidden fear inside them that the very foundation of their life is weak. This fear can stop them from going through the process of deep transformation. When we take Gemini as the first house, their 12th house becomes Taurus. The 12th house represents the unconscious mind, things that are hidden, loss, isolation, and letting go. Here, when the energy of Taurus comes in, which is connected to values, comfort, pleasure, security, status, and love. What happens when the sign of comfort enters the house of loss? People with Gemini ascendant don't easily trust in love and relationships. They have to face quite a lot of difficulties in this area. They might feel that if they get too close to someone, or get attached to things like comfort or security, they will end up losing them. Because of this, they might avoid deep intimacy. They have an inner emptiness inside them. This emptiness, this feeling, can linger in their mind. No matter how social they may seem on the outside, they often feel confused about their own self-worth. Especially in the context of relationships. They want comfort, but they can't fully trust. Gemini people are used to this since childhood. They handle every conflict in silence. They hide behind jokes. Their mind is hyperactive. It's constantly scanning, like, is this safe or not? Will this person hurt me? In relationships, they give their full presence, but their past interferes when it comes to trusting. Even a small misunderstanding can feel like an emotional earthquake to them. Sometimes, even in the midst of comfort, their heart wonders, why do I feel so empty? People see them as fun, social, and spontaneous, but no one knows how they wrestle with their own thoughts in the middle of the night. They give so much clarity to everyone else, but for themselves, it's just confusion after confusion. They may seem expressive on the outside, but inside, they become emotionally frozen. When someone gets too close, they start to feel anxious, but if that person drifts away, it feels like they've lost everything and they fall apart. This isn't some personality flaw. It's their nervous system that's become so overloaded. Even love sometimes feels unsafe to them. And as I mentioned, the secret behind this lies in their 6th, 8th, and 12th houses, which are connected to their hidden fears. Now that you've recognized these hidden and often overlooked chapters of your personal story, let's take some small, gradual, but truly meaningful steps together. Steps that can genuinely help turn this inner turmoil into a sense of lasting peace. This practice is especially for Gemini ascendants, and it's called observing your thoughts, or thought watching. Your mind works very fast. Overthinking comes easily, but for this, just sit for 10 minutes one day a week and watch your thoughts. Without judging them, without getting entangled in them. Watch them, just like clouds appear in the sky. This practice will teach you to create a little distance from your mental chaos. Along with this, it's also very important for you to stay grounded, because whenever you feel the fear of instability, which is connected to your 8th house, just pause for a minute. Feel your feet on the ground. And take a deep breath. Pick one small thing around you, like a plant or a stone. Focus on it, pay attention to it. This will bring you into the present moment. You tend to feel a lot of insecurity, especially when it comes to love. So, I would suggest you try safe and appropriate sharing practices as much as possible, because this is a 12th house issue, and dealing with it won't be that easy for you. But you can try sharing one small feeling or worry once a week with a very trusted friend or family member. something really small. This will gradually make vulnerability feel safer. By the way, this is also one of your fears, that you don't want to get into conflict. So for that, try to pause a little before you respond. Pause before responding. Whenever you feel like a conflict is about to happen, or someone is trying to put you down, which is a fear related to your 6th house, don't react immediately. Just take a deep breath. This small pause will give you a chance to respond wisely, not out of fear. And at the same time, embrace change. Start a change diary, because you tend to get anxious about big changes, which is a fear connected to your 8th house. Keep a diary where you regularly note down the small changes happening in your life and also what you are learning from them. These changes won't be your enemy. Instead, they'll turn you into your own teacher and guide you on how to respond if similar situations come up in the future. So if you have a Gemini Ascendant, know that your biggest battle is probably happening within yourself. On the outside, you may seem very connected and adaptable, but inside, you might be struggling with hidden fears, doubts, and loneliness. This constant mental activity, these hidden insecurities, this hesitation to trust, it's all part of your story. But healing isn't some kind of magic. It comes from making small, conscious choices, like simply observing your thoughts without getting swept away by them, like sharing a small bit of vulnerability, like reminding yourself that just being you is enough, like asking yourself every night, where did I understand my fears today, and where did I accept myself a little more? The steps I've shared aren't just a routine. They're a promise you've made to yourself that from now on, every day, you'll get a little closer to who you truly are. A little calmer with a little more trust. You find peace and strength when fear and doubt stop controlling you. That's when you'll experience true freedom, and you'll be able to choose the direction of your own life. And remember, you don't have to prove anything to anyone. Just being yourself is your greatest strength. So, like I said, if anything in this video feels like your own story, just remember one thing: you are not alone. This is the struggle of every person who might talk a lot on the outside, but deep down is either silent or tired. And if today you were able to understand yourself a little better, then this video has done its job. Let me know in the comments which part you connected with the most, and if you belong to a different ascendant, mention that too so that your true healing can begin. Stay connected with me on this journey. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a like and share it with any friend who has a Gemini Ascendant or who is fighting an inner battle. And if you want to be a part of this healing journey, quickly hit subscribe because this is just the beginning. The story of every ascendant is yet to come. Until then, bye-bye.